Day 203, I'm Ox, and this is where I tell you how I worked on some art for the day. Today's been a wild one for sure. Started out this morning and started working on the mummy painting once more. Um, I did a little work on it, but then I had some house chores to do, whatnot. And while I was getting caught up on those, I was also working on a few new things. I posted a new blog. I'll put the link down below. It's all about Whiplash, the movie about drumming, and there's a lot of good notes on the inside of there. I think I've been trying to encapsulate, but haven't been able to really find the words for them. It's all about pushing someone to a breaking point to where it's basically a choice of making it to that, beyond that point, or dying. It's almost that close to a life or death situation. I explain a lot more in my blog. I'll put the link down below for that as well. But it's such an amazing movie. I've never been a drummer. I respect the shit out of drummers because their coordination and skills of keeping beats is amazing to me. I know quite a few good drummers, and I just love watching good drummer. So with Whiplash, there's one very crucial line in the entire movie. It's where the bald dude that I can't think of his damn name, he looks at him and says the two most harmful words in the English language are good enough. And that is so amazingly true. If you're not wanting to push yourself to do better, and if you're just satisfied with being good enough, I don't think you can even reach a higher level if you're just satisfied with being good enough. And that's fine for some people. But I think if you're trying to make a go at it, you can't settle for good enough. I'm definitely not, and I'm definitely, oh my god. So I think I hit hour 7 of working on the mummy, and I just started hating the hell out of it. Not necessarily, it's just little minor imperfections, and I would change one line, and I'd make it worse, and I'd make it worse, and I just wanted to take a knife and put it through the canvas. This piece is a little bit of an important one to me, so I think I'm going to stick into it. Typically, I start to hate the painting around hour 10 or so. And then after you get to such a point, probably about hour 15 or so, it starts to level off, and then you slightly make it better, and then you slightly make it better, and then you slightly make it better, and then you change one thing, and you take a step back, and you're like, oh shit, it is literally quite right about done. So if you saw, the thumbnail for this one is going to be my hand blocking half of the picture, because I really hate that side of the picture. I kind of have Boris Karloff's dimensions pretty much on. There's still a lot of sculpting I have to do, and that'll come later. Just kind of laying down colors, getting dimensions and proportions correct, and then working on that. I think Zeta is going to get an overhaul. I think it's going to go from her hands bandaging him up to her blowing him a kiss. Just because the last two I did, Frankie and the Bride has her hand embracing his face, and then obviously Red is embracing her face. There's a lot of hand movement in those two. There's not any hand movement in Dracula, so I feel having Boris front and center where he would be right here, and then have her up here blowing her kiss will look awesome. I've just decided this the last 10 minutes, so you'll definitely get updated tomorrow if I put a knife through the canvas or not. But with that being said, I'm extremely excited about doing the overhaul on it. I think half of her face was being covered by her arm that was reaching up to wrap his head with a bandage, so I think that'll look a lot better, because why cover up that gorgeous face? Honestly, since I've been looking for reference of her, like, Zita Johann is a knockout. Like, what a fox. My goodness. I really want to see the Mummy now. So I think I'm even going to do her with the Egyptian headdress from the movie. I think that'll look awesome. Especially that gold color will give a nice tone to the picture itself. I'm still kind of debating on what to do for the background. I think I might just leave it like that sand color, but not quite sure yet. I will find out. I think I'll really figure it out once I start getting her overhauled and looking at the picture a little bit better from a standpoint. So yeah, that's where the Mummy rests right now. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more hours put into it tonight, if not tomorrow for sure. We'll see though. There are a few more things I wanted to hit on. So I woke up yesterday. I'll show these pictures at the back of the video with the photo dump I have been putting up. You'll catch the... I will actually put the progress of the Mummy bandages up there, even though I hate looking at those pictures. I will also put pictures of the day as they pertain to the day. If I'm not doing time lapses or cutting away from different videos, there'll more than likely be a video or a picture dump at the end of the video. With that being said, yesterday or the day before, my nephews were here this weekend. Yeah, it was yesterday. When I went downstairs, they had been coloring pictures all weekend long. They had a few coloring books, activity books, whatever. And they had been coloring pictures all weekend that I kind of lost any kind of perspective on how many they had actually drawn. There were quite a few that I hadn't seen, but front and center on the refrigerator when I went to go get my morning cereal was a picture of a colored police car. Now, my nephew that colored it is 7 years old now. I just want to give you frame of reference. The police car that I colored was done when I was probably 6. So a little bit younger, but not much. I think we're pretty much about the same age. But at least the sirens were still both red. I have the extreme pleasure of helping cultivate my nephew and putting him on the right path for art. He has proven himself that he is enjoying working on art and whatnot. So I'm hoping to kind of harness that and really cultivate it and help his parents understand that maybe he needs to really be looking towards that a lot more than really anything else. I've told this before, but me and my brother are two completely different people, and the way we act are different, ways we solve problems, whatnot. And I believe my brother's two sons are the exact same way. I think his first son, the one that's 6, or the one that's 7, is much like me, where he's an artist first and a day person second. And I think his other nephew, or my other nephew, is exactly like my brother, where he has a stronger work ethic and is willing to do the hard labor type jobs. Blue collar? Is that what a blue collar job is? I don't know anymore. Um, but he is doing his own picture books, picture stories. When Big Hero 6 came out last year, he drew all the characters, knew all their names, stuff like that. I've been noticing, and hopefully he can do more and more with that, because I will be pushing him and rooting for him the entire time. But I really thought it was funny seeing the police car, because it made me think. I posted this picture on my Facebook probably 2 or 3 years ago. I found a coloring book from my kindergarten years, and one of them was, or there was one where it was color the crayons, whatever, and I was that kid that loved coloring, and like, say the box is this big, I took a crayon and went like this. That's how much I loved coloring. So if you see pictures and like hanging up in restaurants and whatnot, and you just know that kid was going furious at it, that was me. And it was a long-standing joke that when we would see those in restaurants, I would pose next to it and give thumbs up and post it on social media and whatnot, because I love those. Because you can just see that kid just loved coloring that picture. There is one exception. Getting off on a little side tangent right now, but so I was night manager at the local grocery store for a few years, and that was basically watching the night crew that were high schooler kids, whatnot. So I would close the store every night, and the boss's kids would color pictures, and they would post them on the wall. I mean, obviously, as parents do. I never really paid them attention and whatnot. So at the end of the night, I would count down the drawers and get ready to close up shop, whatnot. And I had just gotten done. I had one drawer to go, and we were almost closed up. And I was sitting right next to the wall where they put up all the artwork and whatnot, just kind of watching over the store, making sure everything was going smoothly. And I leaned back in the chair and look over to the art wall, and there is a picture of the family in black stick figures, and just red everywhere. It scared the hell out of me. I don't think I've been that scared, or I haven't been scared like that in a long time. And as soon as I saw that, I was out of that office in half a second. I don't think I went much into that office afterwards. And when my sister saw me shoot out of there, she was dying laughing. Because she saw that picture and she was like, I'm glad somebody warned me about it, because if I had seen it, I would have acted the same way. But so there was this crayon picture from my first grade, or my kindergarten coloring book, and there was a picture of what would you want to be when you grow up. And I drew a policeman and drew a police car and colored it such wild colors. You'll see it, and I love it. I don't even care. So I've always had that strong mentality that my art is my own, and I don't care what other people think, because there will be people out there that like it, and even if there aren't, I love the hell out of it. So that's all the stories I got, I think. I did write down this quote. I meant to throw it in yesterday. It was from the Ask Gary V show 157. I think that would have been 2 days ago, where the guy quoting it couldn't remember who quoted it, but he said, "Nobody will care how much you know until they know how much you care." And I thought that was extremely poignant. Just put a little nice bow on this day, and just made everything better. So that's where I'm going to leave today. I hope you're having a great day. Hopefully the Mummy gets overhauled and I can put some good quality hours in that tomorrow, tonight. We'll see how long I have to edit this video together. That's going to do it for me. Tomorrow will most likely be an unboxing video. Issue 3 should be here, and I'm super excited to finally get those in my hands. So I'll probably be working on painting tomorrow, but this weekend we'll probably be sketching in all those books and getting them boxed up and shipped out. So thanks for watching this journey, following me along, and I'll check in with you tomorrow. If you haven't yet, links down below for at least a few more days. The new spread is up, the last one of the first issue. You can get those on Gumroad 1 through 3. There will be a link to the blog for today. Big Cartel if you want to order physical copies of my comic book. And then my social sites if you want to check those out. Enjoy the picture slideshow. This far along, and now I can't talk. Enjoy the picture slide. One more time. Enjoy the picture slideshow at the end of this. I'll check in with you tomorrow. I hope the day's treating you well, and yeah, let's kick ass tomorrow as well. Later.